What's going on, y'all? This is Mike with Kingdom Life, back to y'all with another video today. Um, got a special guest with me, my little daughter here. Okay, say hello. She wanna come sit on that lap while I do this quick video. Not gonna hold y'all guys long, but what I wanted to talk about today was a little more added to the purposes for all of us here on earth, and some more revelation on that. If anyone y'all know the story of Moses in the Bible, if not, I'm gonna tell you pretty much what this is going to be correlating to about the reason why we all exist here on the earth. So in the book of Exodus, where God is talking to Moses and getting ready to lead the people, right? And Moses was born with an issue of slur in speech. So as powerful as Moses was, Moses had a speech problem. God created Moses with that defect. And I'm explaining you why. So God created Moses with a defect of speech. Moses always had a stutter when he talked. He couldn't just talk, straight out like how most of us can. He had a slur, a stutter in his speech. Okay, so when God told Moses that you're going to lead these people and become their leader, Moses actually was rejecting it. It was like, what you mean me? I can barely talk. That's what he said back to God. So he pretty much, and what got God angry was the fact that Moses came out and said, no, you got the wrong person. Pretty much paraphrasing. That's what he said back to God. Like, you got the wrong person. And God, it said in the Bible, God became angry. So his anger burned on Moses when he said that. And then God started to command Moses. There weren't no more conversation of just them two talking no more. Then God commanded Moses to get up and do it. See what I'm saying? So God got upset because he's the creator of everything. So the creation telling the manufacturer, which is God, saying, hey, I don't think you're right on this one. I don't think I'm the person that you thinking I'm supposed to be. So that's why God became so angry with Moses when he said that. And so what happens next? And then God started talking to Moses after he commanded him to go. He said, Aaron, your brother, is coming up here right now. So the defect Moses had was speech, right? So Moses is a great leader, but he couldn't really talk good. Now Aaron was his brother. His brother had a gift of talking. Brother can just talk. The language they were speaking at that time, Greek, Hebrew, Aaron was fluent, like no slur, no stutter. See, so Moses' defect was his brother Aaron's gift, was his brother Aaron's value to the world. See, because Moses couldn't talk to the people to get them to understand what he was saying. So Aaron always used to speak for Moses. You see what I'm saying? So he was almost like an interpreter in a sense, to get out what Moses is saying to the people and to get it out fluently. So Aaron was on his way to meet Moses, his brother, and to start his gift. See, that's how God worked. So that means this. That means everybody in this world, we all have a defect. Like, for example, I can be able to draw a straight line on a piece of paper. So if my business is something to do with clothing, right, where you have to draw clothes and you have to put out a little blueprint on how you want it to look, right, I have to hire a graphic designer, a fashion designer, somebody who can actually do this thing, who actually is proficient in it, a natural in it. See, so my defect is something for myself, but for somebody else is actually their value. See, that's why people in an office firm hire a secretary. That's her value. That's his value if he's a secretary. Because the person who runs the company, he does his part, but he doesn't have, maybe he don't have that, he have a defect in the area of being phone prompt, knowing how to multitask with the phone and the computer at the same time and talking to people, multiple people coming in the office. See, so he hires a person who has expertise in that area to make his function work. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason for every single person on this planet. That's why we all have a defect or defects. Some of us could have more than one. So don't feel bad about that. The devil didn't made you, so don't blame the devil. The devil can't create nothing. He can't give nothing life. He just an unemployed angel. Always remember that. He have no power. The only power he got is your ignorance, your lack of knowledge. So whatever you don't know, that's his only power. So that's why I get knowledge. But anyway, so God create us with a defect. So you see people who are born lame or blind, right? So they have a defect, but they still are great because God created them that manner, that way. See, but they don't know that. But there's somebody else in the world, once they find out their purpose, this blind person or this lame person who was born like that, once they find out their purpose in life, right, they give, that's when God sends the other person that's attached to their purpose, that's attached to their gift, who gonna be their eyes. See, because the person blind, they born naturally, can't see, right? Because God created that person like that, him or her. And see, if your mind is closed, you'll be saying, man, why would God do that? Why would he do? Because God has his reasons of how he create all of us. Just like myself, I have a defect. And sometimes you may not even know your defect until you get in your purpose. Once you get in your purpose, you're going to be like, okay, I'm having issues with doing this part. I'm having issues with understanding this. I'm having issues with doing this function. I need to look in finding somebody who can fulfill this function. See? And then as God bringing somebody else in your life who also have a purpose, because he create every single person with a purpose. And then their purpose in life was waiting for you to find your purpose. And then once you find your gift, he attaches them and brings them to you. And bam. See? Now both of y'all have found y'all value. And y'all doing it together. So Moses, right? Aaron needed Moses to find his purpose. And once God commanded Moses, this is what you're going to do. You're going to be a leader. You're going to take these people out of slavery. That was Moses. Moses was over $1 million. I mean, not $1 million, but 1 million of people for his count. Personnel was 1 million. That's how many people back in that time. So you could imagine back in the early days of the world, what that looked like. Just people all outside, 1 million people outside. And Moses was the leader. And he couldn't even talk good. See? And Moses doubted his own self when God was telling him, this is what you're going to do. He doubted himself like, me? You want me to be a leader over these people that I can barely speak? See? So our issue is we always doubting ourselves. That's why if God would show us all what we supposed to be, we will all, most of us, 95% of us will pass out from it because you couldn't take it. If he'll show you your real you, your real what you're supposed to have been doing since you had comprehension in your mind, right, of the world and how to operate in things, you'll be shocked. Because what we doing, our dream now, God, it's on no level of what God wanted us to be, besides you being in the purpose that he created you for. So even if you got great success in your life, if it's not your purpose or what God created you for, you still doing something small compared to what he created you to be, what he created you to do. Always remember that. So therefore, Aaron gift is to talk to his brother Moses, who couldn't talk. But Moses had to find out his purpose first before God can send Aaron, his brother, to be the one to actually talk for his brother, right? Who couldn't talk good. See how that worked? So that's why it's important for all of us to find out our purpose, find out our gift in life, because you actually can be holding up somebody else's value who's supposed to be attached into when you find out your gift. And then their gift turns on and it stirs up inside of them, right? And then they find you and they say, oh, you over this company, you doing such and such. I can do this part. And you've been looking for somebody who can do that part to fill in that part for you. See, we all supposed to bring value to each other. That's how God designed mankind. We all have a defect, but what your defect is somebody else's value. So whatever your defect is, somebody else have a gift in that area. Your defect is talking, knowing how to communicate with people. Then somebody else's value is knowing how to communicate with people. And then that helps in whatever you're trying to do. See, so the thing is, we all got to find out our purpose and begin to refine it and begin to exercise it, develop it, sharpen it. And then therefore it would attract other people who have different gifts of what you need to make yours even better. Aaron made Moses better because Aaron knew how to say out fluently what his brother couldn't, which was Moses. So therefore the people understood everything Moses was putting out because Aaron was there to pretty much translate it and speak it out fluently to them in their language. So I think that's very powerful, very powerful. So we all have defects. So don't feel bad about your defect. Find out your purpose, and God will bring the person in your life who's supposed to add value to make your defect become actual value because of that other person who finds out their purpose because you found out your purpose. So hopefully y'all guys understood that. I just wanted to do a quick video with that because it was just on my heart in the moment. And I said, man, let me just put this out here real quick and put this out to y'all guys, to my friends. And other than that, until next time, guys, I'll see y'all soon. This is Mike with Kingdom Life.